Hey guys, it's Casey. Today I'm going to be working with a starfish dish mold and a conch shell dish mold. Okay, and I'm going to be working with the color latte from TLP, bronze sparkle, and toasted blush, and my white pigment paste. I've got 4 cups here for all 4 colors. I'm going to split up my 2-part Bond Crafter epoxy resin into these cups. This way I can mix every color. I just love this Bond Crafter 2-part epoxy. It's my favorite to work with. It degasses so beautifully, guys. It really does. Okay, I'm mixing in the latte first. The latte, the TLP pigments, I have trouble mixing in. They stay clumpy for a minute, but I do get it mixed in well. I got all the clumps out of it. You have to be very careful when you're working with something that's going to be face down. The bottom's going to be the top. You got to be very careful because if you don't get that pigment mixed in, you're going to see clumps and chunks of that pigment. And that was one of my worries working with that color, but that was the only tan color I had other than like an interference gold. But I love this toasted blush. Look at that. That is just such a beautiful peach color. And I wanted to go with something that would look natural. And that's why I picked these colors. The starfish, I wanted to look very natural. And this is the bronze sparkle. I do regret grabbing this one. You'll see at the end, I should have put a drop of glue in it to suspend that glittery effect, because it really does drop to the front of the piece. And I love this white pigment paste. This white pigment paste is perfect. It makes beautiful cells. And it was super cheap on Amazon. Okay, now I'm just going to layer my cup. Watch how I layer the cup. I'm pouring from very close to the cup and keeping it like down the side of the cup, so that I can get it in layers where I can still see my layers and it's not dropping all into the middle. And then I'm going to pour from the side of the cup. First, I'm going to clean off my mold. I saw a spot on it and then I touched it. So I wanted to go in and with a wet wipe and just wipe it down real quick. And now I'm just going to pour from the side of my cup into the mold, making sure that I get coverage all over every little corner and piece of this mold, because whatever touches the mold first is what you're going to see at the end. Okay, and I've got to layer the cup again. Watch how I layer it. It's all done by the side of the cup. And then you pour from the opposite, well, not the opposite side, about 1/4 of an inch around is where you pour from. You pour from the side of the cup. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up both of these guys. I've got to relayer this little cup. I should have picked a larger cup. But when layering, if you work in small amounts, you get better lines. Which, with these colors, I didn't really get the lines because of that bronze sparkle. Bronze sparkle really did take over. I was a little disappointed with the bronze sparkle taking over so much. But I used what I had left in this into resin. I think it's called the Stars and Moons diamond tray. I really don't care that much for this mold. That's why you haven't seen it on my channel. The lids just don't fit together, so I only did the bottom half. And I really do love how it turned out on that one. Just the extra resin. And this one, I think, turned out really, really beautiful. It looks natural. It's clean. It's nice. I really like the way it came out. Now the starfish. The starfish I was highly disappointed with. I want what's on the back of this to be on the front. See how it's just like a big blob of that bronze sparkle? It really took over. I'm really considering pouring into it again and seeing if I can't get a better design on the inside of it. Because I do have to pour the second part of this tray if I want it to be a pot mold. But I like it just as it is as a tray. I love how each and every one of them come out except for that starfish. That starfish, I wish the back was on the front. I wish the I could have got that design that I was looking for. That was the whole point in pouring it and layering it the way I did, was for the starfish. But, you know, you learn as you go. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you learn your pigments as you use them. Look at the back of this. Is that not just gorgeous? That's what I want on the front. So I'm going to try to re-pour the inside of this one, I believe, and see if I can't get that back on the front. I want something just like that. That is just absolutely stunning on the back. The front's just not there for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for hanging out with me. You guys have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.